I'm going to show you two ways to create a vase. So vase is something with an open at the top and the bottom is closed, so you can think of it like a cup. And then after you do, you watch this, hopefully you can create your own kind of vase or a cup. Okay, so make sure you put your last name, the title of assignment, last name, and then this is a vase. It's not doing caps, it's fine. And then you're going to hit OK. Okay, so we gotta think about the profile. So the profile that we want to be looking at is towards the front. I'm gonna rotate it around the Z-axis. So I'm gonna go to the front right here, and I'm gonna draw my profile. So I'm gonna go to Sketch. Then the plane I'm going to do is the front plane, and this is Sketch 1. So that means I'm ready to sketch. So I'm gonna show you two ways. So the first way is, okay, so this is my Z-axis. Yep, Z, and this is my X-axis. So I'm going to draw the profile of my vase. So let's say I'm going to start here. I'm going to go out here for about an inch. Okay, let's see, about an inch. And then I'm going to go up here. Okay, so I have this perfect. And as you can see, I haven't clicked escape, so it's out. So I'm going to make the wall of my vase about 0.5. I want it kind of thinly. Let's see if I can do that. I might have to zoom in a little bit. Okay. Let's see, 0.5. Okay, nice and thin, and then zoom back out, and then I'm gonna kind of go down, and the line's gonna show you if you're being parallel. So right here, this is parallel, and then I'm going to go over and then down. Okay, so this is 0.7, so I'm gonna have to change the dimension of that to make sure that it's 0.5 to kind of fit that. So I'm going to go from top to bottom and dimension this 2.05 inch because I want kind of thinner wall, and then it makes everything kind of proportional to that. Okay, so then so let's see if I can do this. This one. So that's 0.06. Let's see if I can change 0.05. Okay, so the top and the bottom is both 0.05. Okay, perfect. And you can actually measure this angle here as well with the dimension. Let's say the angle from here to here is, so right now it's 108. You want it to come in a little bit, so we can do, let's see, 100, let's see what happens. Okay, and then it changes the angle of that. You can make it, 90. No, 90 wouldn't make any sense. Let's do 120. And then that makes your vase like go out a little bit. So then you kind of dimension the angle. So let's say I take this vase. I'm actually going to put it back to 108. So now that I've finished my sketch, I'm going to hit the check mark, and then I want to rotate it around the this axis right here. Okay, so what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to draw a construction line just to let me know where to rotate it. So I'm going to hit the construction line, hit the line here. And then I'm going to draw it going from up to down, and I'm going to rotate it about this line. So if you click on it, it goes right here. Just hit escape, and then you're going to revolve. So I'm going to revolve this. Oops. So let's check that out. So I'm going to check both of it out so you can see. So I'm going to highlight over this, so the orange part will show up, and then the revolve axis should be this construction line right here. Okay. And then I have my vase or my cup. So the last thing I want to do is I want to fillet the edges up top so it's not so harsh if you were to drink out of it, and so on. It's actually a really big vase. So the fillet button up here, or sorry, fillet, not fillet. I always say the wrong thing. The fillet function. So I'm going to take the fillet, and I'm going to fillet the outside edge. Okay, and what it does is it rounds it out so it's more circular. So I'm actually going to turn it so you can do circular, conic, or curvature, so you kind of pick with that. So I'm going to make the fillets 0.1 just so it's not too big, and then isometric. I'm going to check this, and then I have my vase. So now if I were to go back and change any of my dimension from my sketch one, everything will kind of follow. Okay, so let me show you another way. So I'm actually going to delete all of these sketches here. Delete. So if I delete, everything's gone. Okay, so delete, delete. So another option, so I'm going to go to sketch again, do it from the front. Another way is using the spline button. So the spline is kind of like a free flowing line for you to use. So I'm going to start with my vase. Let's see. So I do want the bottom to be straight or flat. So I'm just going to make the bottom flat, but I want some kind of a curvature going up on my vase. So I'm going to use the spline. I'm going to click this, and then you can kind of work with the geometry, and then I'm going to keep going here, and then I think that's pretty much it. I think this is curvy enough for me. I kind of like it like this. Oops, undo. There we go. So then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to offset this. So instead of creating another line going down here and hoping that you will make it even all the way down, you're going to offset it. So I'm going to highlight offset and click on that. And then you can change the distance in between. So 0.25 inch, that's way big. So let's do 0.05. Okay, and then it will be a perfect duplicate of the curvature of your line. So then now the very last thing I have to do is I'm going to close it up. So I'm going to use my line function. I'm going to close it up here. Oops, that's not closing it up. Let me undo it. I haven't clicked on that. Let's go up here. I think I have two lines here for some reason. That's okay. Go up here. I want to close it up from here to here. Yep, it highlights, and I'm gonna continue my line from here to here and then down. Okay, so this is a little bit small, so I'm gonna try to see if I can make it the same thickness as the other one, so 0.05. Okay, yeah, so that works. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate it. So I'm going to draw my construction line, just so you know where I want to rotate it on this axis right here. This is the Z axis. So this is the center line. So now I'm going to go to, I'm done with sketch. I'm going to go out to Revolve, and I'm going to, let's see, Vase. Okay, so I'm going to take this. Oops. Let me zoom out. Go to Vase, Revolve here. Why is this not working? Okay, so it wouldn't revolve, and let me show you why. So I'm going to zoom in on here, this one right here. And then as you can see, this is actually not closed all the way. So I'm actually not in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to trim this out to cut that. And I'm going to draw another line. So let's go from this point to that point. Okay, perfect. Okay, so then now I should be able to revolve. So I'm going to hit revolve, and then I'm going to highlight this, and then my axis should pop up. Okay, if my axis doesn't, I'm going to just revolve it. Let me show you another way. I'm going to revolve it around. Oops. Revolve this around. Yep, so click this and then it should light up. And then there's my cool little vase. Okay, so then now I want to fillet my edges. So let's go to isometric. So I'm going to do a circle, and then let me zoom in so you can see it. The edge is a little harsh. I'm gonna soften this up right here. So now 0.1, that's 0.2, that's a little bit too big. I'm going to do 0.1 on that, on the outside, and then it makes my vase look a little better on the outside. And that's it.